Welcome to Dr. Fitness and the Fat Guy's Wellness Minute. I'm the Fat Guy, Lee Cantor. Today, Dr. Adam Schefter and I are going to give you the skinny on wellness, health, diet, exercise, or weight loss. Isn't that right, Doctor?
That's right, Lee. And today we're going to be talking about the NASA workout.
Is this only for space
Outer
men?
space, man. That's where the workouts are taken. We're taking it to space. Leave it to NASA to figure out what's going to be the best
Well,
workout
they have
for
to
you.
because those people are floating. They got to do something.
Well, apparently what happens when you're in space for a prolonged period of time, we see the effects of the aging process rapidly because
of no gravity?
Because of no gravity and the effects that it has on bone density. Bone density happens to be a very good barometer for measuring the aging process.
Really?
Yeah, because so that if you have brittle bones, you're not making, you're not laying down new bone.
I believe I saw some research from Benjamin Button who kind of concurs with that.
Yeah, you saw that. So, but here's the deal. So they've come up with the key workout. There are things that what happens is astronauts come back from space and they're like deconditioned,
right? And
they've aged like 10 years,
right? In like a month,
right? Not good for the astronaut business because they're very
always get a new astronaut. They're
right.
Very expensive.
So what they found is there's certain types of things that you need to do up in space. Now, we're not. I don't want. It's very important. This is the NASA workout. Doesn't necessarily mean that if you work out like a astronaut, you're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but
right.
it definitely will help. And some of the messages they're trying to send out is that you have to use heavy weight. Now, when we talk about using heavy weight, you also have to do the exercises slow. These are all things that we know, but when we talk about using heavy weight, if you're doing them slow, you're not going to be able to use heavy weight. So you
right.
have to be able to control the movement.
So what's the how much weight should a person
It has
use?
to be 80% of your one repetition maximum.
So
typical
one repetition max is the most weight you can lift.
Right, in one repetition, correct. And typical workouts usually focusing around about 60% of your one repetition maximum.
Right.
This we're talking about going up to into 80%. The 80%. Now also, so you have to drop the number of repetitions and you have to keep the intensity high. That's really important when you're doing this. And also, the typical 10 to 12 repetition per set. It seems that if you go to the 6 to 8 repetition, it best maintains muscle function and strength. Now, also what we found from the studies is that exercise should be done much less frequently, but with greater intensity. A lot of times people just try to trade off volume with intensity.
Right.
You can't. And they've even looked at the elderly population. They found that even the elderly, when they're doing the 80% of their one repetition max, one workout per week.
That's enough?
That's enough to maintain bone density.
Good.
Really important stuff.
Good stuff. Remember, Dr. Fitness and the Fat Guy, your source for what's true and what's too good to be true in health and wellness. Check us out online at drfitnessandthefatguy.com for inspiration, education, and motivation. Until next time, keep well.